All right, so we're back again and again. This was a crazy weekend. Give a little BNZ reaction here. Crazy weekend. This weekend was full of just like on the edge of your seat, like just suspense. And then it turned into like this huge like mystery. Like people were just totally wondering about the whole thing that happened at the Pennsylvania rally with Donald Trump, with President Trump, and I mean it was scary. So me personally, like I watch a lot of politics. I watch everything. I'm super deep into politics. I never comment personally on politics because of the nature of the work that I do. So I don't comment on policy positions or give my policy positions or party affiliations or anything like that. But this was wild in essence. So there was an assassination attempt on Donald Trump while he was giving a campaign speech. And to me, one of the main things that I'm going to focus on, especially that I want to talk about, is the way that the news media handled it, and some people, in society, the way that they handled it. So initially, it was really crazy how you were watching in real time. You can see what happened, and the news media, they were in denial about reality. And some of the headlines that came out was the most ridiculous shit that I have ever seen. So we're gonna go through some of them right here. Matter of fact, let's bring it up here on the screen here. So this news headline right here, it says Trump rushed off the stage after chaos at the rally. At rally, and I'm just like, there's some key details missing here.
Yes,
there's some key things that are missing here. So if you're just like a low information, person, and you just read the headline, you'd be like, maybe got a little rowdy, maybe got crazy, maybe something like that happens. Like I know people personally that are low information that let the media do the thinking for them.
Yeah.
And so this news headline right here, I mean, it's just egregious. So you see you see him there look at like he's fist pumping or whatever. Yeah, if you saw that, you'd be like, oh, okay.
Yeah, like he ensued it, like, he's like, yeah, this is what we do, and he's just rushing off stage,
Yeah.
Like there was a mosh pit in front of him, apparently.
Yeah. People were trying to say, like, it was crazy. People were trying to say that they're not sure why he's bleeding from his ear, like glasses from, maybe glass hit his ear, or maybe when he got tackled, he hit it. Like, no, like you saw when that shot was taken, you hear the sound, you see him grab his ear, like, and then he goes down. That's just like, it's pretty darn clear if you were to see it. So
do you think this is like a rushed job?
Like
times
a rush job?
Yeah. So say somebody wasn't there, right? And they just got the news like, hey, something happened at the rally. We need to get something out right away. Chaos.
Okay. So one thing, even if you were not sure that he was hit, okay, let's just say that you weren't sure, you just wanted to be careful that he was hit. There were gunshots. I mean,
come on now.
There were gunshots that happened. This was like terrifying. You hear people screaming in the background. It's not, like
it's fireworks,
No, and you hear people saying that, that it definitely wasn't fire. And then you see how the Secret Service, they have a picture of them, ushering them off the stage.
Yeah.
Like you see that as more than just chaos at rally. That's like super disingenuous. Like,
yeah, the mosh pit got a little crazy. All right, that's all that happened.
Yeah,
it got a little chaotic.
New York Times, just like Trump will say, the failing New York Times.
I was about to say, yeah, is the New York Times against him?
So just in general, like media in general, I would say it's definitely safe to say that the New York Times is against him.
Okay.
Even if you were trying to, like, if you didn't have all the facts there at the moment, this headline here is super, like, it's misleading. Okay. It's definitely misleading. And so like while stuff was going on real time, I'm looking at Twitter. I'm trying to get information. People are trying to figure out like who the shooter was, or
You watched this live, right?
I watched it live. Yeah, I watched almost everything live. The only thing that I'm not watching live right now, like the convention is going on, as we're recording, so I'm not watching that live. But pretty much I watch almost everything live, and if not, I do a lot of reading about everything. I stay up on politics, like majors. It's my jam. So, so the next one here, the next headline here is Secret Service. Donald Trump safe after popping sounds heard at rally.
Yeah.
Like popping sounds heard, like
firecrackers.
Yeah.
It was. I don't know.
MSNBC.
I don't know if you've ever been to like the swap meet, but like the little tilt magnets that little kids get, and you throw them up in the air and they crackle around. That's what they mean, popping sound.
Yeah.
A little knickknacks, a little popping sound.
Yeah.
It was a Honda Civic backfiring.
And they have a picture here, and you see like blood on it. So you have a picture here, and they're just like going, this is right before they like take them like off of the stage or whatever. But yeah, popping sounds. Then another crazy headline. Let me get one up here. Another crazy headline.
Are they just scared to say shooting? I know MSNBC's a little bit
they were scared even on like the visual media, like on TV. Yeah. They were scared to say that it was an assassination attempt.
Okay.
It took them so long for them to, I think it was in the early like morning. It was like maybe 1 or 2 in the morning. And you see the headline, it was like FBI confirms that it was assassination attempt. Okay. It's like, no shit. Yeah, of course it's an assassination attempt. So the next one here is Trump escorted away after loud noises at PA rally. After loud noises. So
again, like the crowd got a little too rowdy. The mosh pit got going. The circle, they started circling around. Yeah, I get it. He's old. You don't want to scare him. Loud noises.
Yeah, it just, man.
Again, I want to lean on the side that these news, either these news sites either just very anti and don't want to give it to him, or they just rushed it and they didn't know what to write.
That's pretty. I mean, I think that's pretty much like what. No, this wasn't just like rushed it. They don't know what to write. They just don't. They did not want to state exactly what happened because they know the implications of what that might mean. The media is dirty. Like I said, like not getting to any policy, any candidates who you choose or anything like that. Like the nature. Go ahead.
I guess my question is like, what would be the implication if they did say there was a shooting?
So, I mean, it would fire up. I mean, for them to bring that up, it would fire up a lot of people. I mean, that like regardless of what party a person is in, like that's not good. I mean, that is definitely when they talk about like an attack on democracy. I mean, that in itself is an attack on democracy, regardless of what party you're in. That is. It's discussion. It doesn't political violence in any nature is horrible. It's disgusting and has no place. So for them to state that, they don't want to give any ground, and they've already shown kind of what position they are. Now there's some neutral outlets or whatever that are out there, but most pretty much shied away from stating exactly what was going on, and a lot of them work off of each other. They feed off of each other. Right. So like, okay, they were the first to announce it. Okay, we can say this. So, but these, it goes out of the realm of, realism when this happens. So
yeah, even I got some of it on my feed where like the news was saying like, oh, the rally got a little too hectic for the
Yeah.
president. I'm like, it was a gunshot. Like, I didn't even knew it was a gunshot.
Yeah, this one here, well, to me, was like the worst. It's like Secret Service rushes Trump off stage after he falls at rally. Like, after he falls, I'm like, okay.
He took a little tumble. That's all that
Yeah.
happened, you know?
And because he fell, like, oh, okay, that's it. Speech is over. Got to take him out of here. Like,
yeah, Humpty Dumpty fell off the wall, you know? So we got to get him out, you know?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Like, it is very, very crazy. It was such, I mean, being on the edge of my seat, watching, you know, this stuff like unfold live, like, it was crazy. But when I saw these headlines, it took me for a loop. So on Twitter, it was wild on Twitter. People, they were posting, they were talking, you know, all the stuff that they were saying or whatever. And some people in prominent positions, you know, could be corporations, could be, you know, within academia, they were letting their opinions be known, you know, and they're posting certain things out there that, you know, that were kind of ridiculous. So besides like the news media, I mean, you had other folks that were saying things. And, you know, during this time here, like, I'm going to bring up one right here. Let me see if I could bring it up here.
It would be CNN that says he took a fall as well.
Yeah, it would be CNN. It would be CNN. It would say, yeah. Okay, so yeah, this is it says meet. So this is from the X account, lives a TikTok. It says meet John James, professor at Bellarmine University. He is very sad that the shooter missed or whatever, and so, you know, it states, you know, what he says or whatever. And Bellarmine University is actually, like, it's a major university. It's about 15 minutes or so away from where I live.
Right.
And yeah, there were so many people that were getting posts and putting posts like, oh man, shouldn't have missed, or next time, you know, hit the target, blah, 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 like saying all kinds of like disgusting things like that. So this is one person, and a lot of people are going online and exposing them. But, you know, what was ended up happening was that a lot of people were getting in trouble, and they were getting fired for, you know, doing such things. So it says, you know, Bellarmine University statement: words and actions that condone violence are unacceptable and contrary to our values, which call for respecting and intrinsic value and dignity of every individual. So we strive to create an inclusive community that welcomes all. We are aware of the offensive and unacceptable social media posts made by an employee over the weekend. That individual has been placed on immediate unpaid leave. So like people have been getting into trouble like for this, and yeah, that you know, it's a testament that, like, you know, calls for political violence. That's, you know, that's not, you know, calls for violence at all. Yeah, you know, that's technically, I mean, that doesn't fall under free speech in any essence. You can't make calls for violence or anything like that, but calls for political violence, especially in times where it's like majorly charged the way that it is now, like, yeah, that's like a no-go. So that just shows like people that are in, you know, positions of power, like this guy who's a professor, you know, at a major university. That's one. Another issue was that you had major, you know, over the past couple of days, you had the music group Tenacious D.
Yep.
And you know, I'm not sure how relevant they are, but, you know, Jack Black is in. They're not, okay. Yeah, I'm not sure, but yeah, Jack Black, he was in, you know, that group, and, you know, he there was a news article that said that he was, you know, blindsided by the comments that was made by, you know, Kyle Gass, which is, you know, his bandmate.
But
this is
famous one.
Yeah, the less famous one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the older guy, they're both old, but like the older guy. And so I think one is I think Jack Black, I think he's Gen X, and I think Kyle Gass, I think he's a boomer. I think he's a boomer.
Yeah.
So anyway, so he's a real boomer. Like, yeah, but so let's hear this video. This is what happened. It was this was in Sydney. Australia. So they
Which is such
did
a weird place to be doing this at too.
It really is. It really is.
There's no place for that there, realistically.
But it just tells you, like, it just shows you how like hyper, charged like the environment is right now, politically. And so, I mean, right now, this is a very historic time of what happened. But like comments like this, yeah, ridiculous. So. But hold up, like, like Kyle's looking old as shit, dude. Like this dude is looking hella old. I mean, I guess Jack Black is too, man. They look,
bro. They're both like. How does Kyle look even more older than he already did?
For real. Hey, they look pregnant. They look pregnant, man. But yeah, all right.
Yeah, they. Well, then again, both of these never.
Yeah, I guess both of them never been like like then did. But geez, yeah. But anyway, we'll get back to it here. Make the wish hang up. Don't miss Trump next time. Thank you. We love you, kids.
Wait, what did he say?
He said, "Don't miss Trump next time." Is what he said. So
that's a weird wish to have, really.
Yeah, for your birthday. I mean, like, geez.
For your birthday, like, maybe a couple more years more, but
yeah, for real. I mean, that is a weird wish. I mean, goodness gracious, like, Trump wins, he'll be the president for 4 years, and then somebody else is going to be president. Like, why is it that? I don't know. But
this is so horrible. Granted, you're irrelevant. You're not a mainstream celebrity. Your partner is, but you're in Sydney, Australia, doing this.
Mm-hmm. So
they're not recording this, so nobody's looking at this.
Yeah.
Nobody's recording this. I doubt this is gonna show up on any YouTube or anything like that.
Yeah, no. And so, well, no. I mean, this made headlines though, because like Jack Black came out and he was like, oh, he was taken back by the comments that were made. And
no, I mean in the sense like there's not a big camera crew there recording this moment.
Yeah,
this is off of phones. So it's kind of like you're only doing this for the people that are there, Australians. Granted, there's some Americans in there, but it's like, what does Australia give a fuck about Trump? Really? Come on, you're a, I would give him a C/D list celebrity around there.
Yeah,
and you got to be a fan, and nobody's going to your concert for your political views.
Yeah. Well,
that's the part that kind of irks me on this, because it's kind of like, bro, if I go see you and you're irrelevant and I'm just there for your music and to be like, oh yeah, I saw them once in tour, ha ha ha.
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck about your political views. I really don't.
For real. So essentially what happened, they canceled the rest of the tour, and Jack Black put out a statement. And he was just saying that he was taken back by the statement that Kyle made, and that he didn't know that he was going to do it or whatever. And they ceased all projects that they had going on. Some people are saying that the band is going to break up because of it. I don't know the validity of that. But one thing that did happen was that there were a lot of venues that were saying like, hey, because of politically charged statements, whatever, people can make threats or different things like that. They would have to up their insurance and stuff like that,
mm-hmm.
and protection and stuff like that. So it would cost more money, and it ended up in the end, like they ended up scrapping like the rest of their tour and stuff like that. So yeah,
it's crazy how a stupid little statement that you shouldn't have made, you really shouldn't have made, fucked over so many people.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah, big time.
And nobody cares. Nobody cares about what you think.
because like I was watching another YouTube video that they were mentioning this on or whatever, and they were just like, like these guys, like, they don't care, like, they've made like a lot of money, but they have people that play the instruments, they have roadies, they have, people that set up different things that rely on that money because, they're working, they're on the tour along with them, and they're working it. So like they don't see the second and third order effects, of things. But I guess, this, I guess Kyle, I guess he was part of some sort of organization or whatever, and they pretty much, they parted ways with him because of that. I don't know if it was a job or a position that he had or whatever, but they also parted ways with him too. So, I mean, there's ramifications for, things that you say, especially when you're advocating for political violence, and I know they were in another country, but, in America, there are limits to freedom of speech, which are, you cannot make, open calls for violence on people. That is not protected speech. So, but I mean, I think even there in Australia, I think they might have gotten a little bit of trouble, like calling for that. Some people were talking about like, oh, they may be deported or whatever. I'm not sure exactly how valid that is, but I mean, people have to watch what they say. And I know I'm at work, just working, whatever, and like my phone goes off, and like different accounts, they're saying, oh, this is so and so, but so and so, they've gotten fired from their job because of the remarks they made about Trump. Yeah, because it's
nobody cares about your opinion in the first place. And if you're gonna put your opinion out there, you can say you could dislike them. Hey, I don't like them. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But to say next time don't miss, in Australia, when you're not relevant like that, when the people there don't give a fuck. Like, I don't go to a fucking System of Down concert and be like, I wonder what Surge's take on Trump is.
Yeah. No, that's just like that. That's just like that joke where they were like Ja Rule, what do you think about this? If you're like, who gives a fuck what Ja Rule thinks? Yeah. Who cares what Ja Rule has a thing? Like, what are your thoughts?
And now that I think about it, I feel bad for Jack Black, because you wanted to give your man a wholesome moment. You wanted to give him a moment that he's gonna remember in Sydney, Australia, with the badass robot, because that looks like a badass robot, like somebody. And he just, oh man, that would have annoyed the fuck out of me.
Yeah,
I would have cussed his ass out the whole trip back. I would have. That's just me, because it's kind of like, I made this moment for you, and you go and do this dumb shit.
Yeah.
Nah. And you're not known to be the political guy. Just play your guitar and sing a song and fucking keep pushing. If you want if you want to do this shit on your platform, if you want to do this on your Twitter, on your IG, your TikTok, whatever the fuck, whatever, go have at it. I don't care. But yeah.
It's very interesting. But that's just kind of like the little few interesting things that have been going on lately, ever since that happened. I mean, there's so many things to still talk about, and they're still investigating with the whole event that happened there in Pennsylvania. So like, whatever party a person's in, whatever political, perspective they have, I hope that, people that they remain civil and continue to, be passionate about, what they believe in, but also remember that, I mean, we're like here in America, we're all, we're all on the same team, even if we have differences of opinions, and not let things get so hot.
Bring us up to both of us so you could throw a message like that.
What's that?
Bring us up to it, where it's just the two of us to do a message like that.
Oh, the two of us. Oh, yeah. Take it off of that. No, I mean, that at the end of the day is the most important thing, that people are able to, exercise, their civil rights and their civil duties, like peacefully, without fear of, your ideas being snuffed out, and whatever, regardless of whatever party that you're in. This is always a fear, and it's just sad that it, that it's reared its ugly head up again. So hopefully things like tone down. But
yeah, and I want to not give a shout out, but like where it's really fucked up that somebody got so the shooter was wearing a t-shirt. I don't know if you heard about this.
Yes, I have. Yes.
So he's wearing a t-shirt of a YouTube guy named Demolition Ranch.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, his channel's all guns.
Yeah, Demolition Ranch.
All guns. Well, he also have other channel. He's a vet, not a army vet, but he's a veterinarian. He has a channel with like all of his family and stuff, and like he's getting calls from the news, and he even made an own video of itself, like stating like I didn't know this guy, like why are you guys pestering me about this? So it's such a crazy thing that this has wrapped around. No,
that's somebody totally, I bet he didn't even think that like when he woke up that Saturday he would be the subject of like anything like that. So it just shows you how heightened things are now.
Which where I see like they start releasing the pictures and stuff of him, and I see the eagle on the back. I'm like, fuck, I know that eagle. Shit.
Yeah, you knew the logo.
Yeah, I knew the logo right away. I was like, damn it, for a fact he's gonna catch flack, and sure enough, he did.
Oh yeah.
But I love his supporters. His supporters were in there and they were like, hey, you know what? Like, despite what people say, everybody knows that you're not associated to this at all.
Yeah.
Like, this is just, media trying to be the media,
Yeah. That's just my thing. Like, just how, like, I really, one reason why, like, I read and see everything is because I try to form like a perspective, because I know if you just read like headlines like that, you'll never get the full picture. I know people that are like that, like my sister. No, say
like and subscribe. Do all the fun stuff.
yeah, like and subscribe. Hope you enjoyed the video, and please, everybody, keep things nice and peaceful, and make sure that you're
have a discussion. Don't yell.
Don't yell. Don't fight about things.
Have a discussion. That's what I always.
Keep it peaceful. Especially when it comes to politics. But we'll see you next time. Later, citizens.